Hi, I'm Renata Bowers, author of the Frida Bee series of picture books. I and Paula LaJoy and our families are very excited to invite you to the property at the Story Barn this week for week 3 of Wonder and Wander. And this week is Critters Week. So we've got some really fun projects to do with art supplies and items you find out in nature, as well as just some really good adventuring objects that you can use, like spray bottles and bubbles and that kind of thing. So for those of you who have been here before, you kind of know the drill. But for those of you who are new, when you show up, you're going to park on the property, come through the double doors, check in. We're going to give you this basket. Because you're watching this video, you don't really need to hang around and listen to us because you know what you're going to be able to do. You're going to grab your basket. We're going to give you a spot on the property with your kids, and you can hang out there for the full 3 hours or come and go as you like. We have 7 acres of land here, so you'll be able to go out on the trails and forage and explore. So those items that I was talking about that are more adventure-based, for kids who aren't really interested in the crafts, or they just want to take a break from the crafts, there's a spray bottle, magnifying glass, which is great for Critters Week if you're wanting to find some critters in the grass or up in the trees. There's sidewalk chalk, which there's really nothing you can't draw on because when it rains, it'll wash off. And then bubbles are in here too. So those are all kind of exploration things that kids can pick up and do. Beyond that, everything else in the basket is here to help your child create something. And so 2 of the suggestions we're doing for Critter Week are pine cone critters and critter pins. So let me show you what those are. Pine cone critters obviously start with pine cones, and then you have an array of different craft supplies to choose from to make different critters. Our friend Judy made these for us, and we think they're quite adorable. So we have an owl, a little bunny, and porcupine. But of course, there's many other critters too, so your child can use his or her imagination to create whatever critters he or she wants. But we have the pine cones and all the supplies. You can go foraging for the pine cones if you'd like, and then turn a pine cone into whatever critter creation you'd like. So that is the one. And the other are the critter pins. So critter pins are little popsicle sticks that have a pin on the back. And then we invite you to go forage and find things that can turn that pin into a critter. So one thing I want to note is these were done a few days ago, and as you can see, they are going to dry. In fact, this one also, the leaf was picked a few days ago. So they are going to dry and shrivel up. The ferns, as you can see, don't do as well. They kind of shrivel up. So we wanted to put that there as an example of just beware. The ferns kind of wilt and then dry and get real fragile. But the bigger leaves dry just fine. And then there's other things on the property, such as like these are pine cone, little corners, and moss, and sticks, obviously. So there's a lot of other things on the property that are more dried that might hold up well as well. And we put little rocks here and little flowers there. So your child can kind of use his or her imagination to create whatever critter pin is found to be delightful. And those can be taken home and obviously put on, a backpack or a pillow or whatever. But don't expect them to last forever because that's not the point. So that's it. So we welcome you to come. If you have any other questions, they should be answered in the email. But certainly do email us back if there's anything we didn't cover. And with that, we look forward to welcoming you to the Story Barn this week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.